Hey guys, welcome back. I hope everyone's doing well today. It's really nice out. It's like a beautiful fall day, so try to enjoy before we have to stay in for winter. Because I feel like we've been pretty lucky having hardly any winter, but I feel like this year is going to be pretty bad. So, yeah, I don't know. This video was just short. It was just something about this movie, a kid's movie. Okay, I'd written this down like 2 years ago, and I saw the note, and I was like, oh, I want to bring that up. But if you have kids, you've seen several kid movies, okay, or Disney shows or whatever. But if you've ever watched the movie with the gold, it's called The Golden Compass. It has Nicole Kidman in it. It is a really good movie, but it is kind of eerie, right? Like what happens in that movie. I was like simulating it to life, okay? Because everybody has like spiritual guidance, okay? And that is connected to you, but you can't see it, okay? And in this show, or it's a movie, The Golden Compass, okay, you can probably see it on YouTube. What happens in that movie is they take kids, okay, from specific communities or whatever, and they take them to like a center, like a school. It's like this isolated, it's like this, it's like Russia, man. It's up on a mountain in the snow. Like a kid couldn't escape, okay? But they take these kids there, and they make it all hunky dory. But what they do is they put the kid in this machine. It's like a cage, and a door comes down. It's like an electrical type thing, and it separates the child from their spirit guide. It separates them, okay? And it was so weird because the notes I'd written down were basically, I had written down that's how life is. Like, how crazy. That's almost what happens in life, I guess movies do depict, in a way, like what reality is, because obviously, I mean, technology and stuff they show, that is to come or whatever. But that movie, it just gave me such an eerie feeling thinking that was a long time ago. I mean, it was like 10 years ago, maybe that movie was made, maybe 15. Okay. Because my daughter's 22. So just thinking then of them separating a child from their spirit guide was so crazy. Because if you consider what we have going on today in life, the medication, okay, the food with nanoparticles, everything's bioengineered. Over time, that is affecting you, affecting your consciousness, and possibly affecting your DNA, which is your antenna connection to the Most High. Okay? If you have a chance, just go watch that movie. It's really good, but it just gives me such an eerie feeling when I see they're separating the kids from the guide. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is exactly what they want to do to the population. Because if you don't have that spiritual guide, then they're going to be your guide, right? The ones that disconnected you in the first place. So, we're in those times where there's going to be like false prophets and, things that are made to look so miraculous and lovely, right? So you vote for that, or so you put efforts into that, Don't fall for that, because it always, has been recorded in time that time will come when even people that are spiritual can be deceived. Okay? So don't let your spiritual guide get disconnected from you. Okay? And if you feel like it is, call it back down. Okay? Try to make that connection again, because that's what's going to guide you through illusions, deceptions, lies, news coverage, speeches, okay? Because I had something so crazy come up like 4 years ago, okay? And this is my opinion, okay? Diehard Republican, I've always been, okay? Now I'm like, well, we need people in there that actually follow the laws and care about people, okay? That's where I'm at now. I'm no stance. I didn't even vote last time because I realized we kind of have a problem in the political situation. But regardless, there was something that came through. It was while Biden was in office. It was just so crazy, because if you read what Revelation says, is that the Antichrist, okay, people are going to want the Antichrist in charge. Okay. They're going to be calling for him, wanting that peace back. No one can make war with this person, right? And I thought, how interesting that the ones in charge have played that map out to where it was so great over here with the old Trumpinator, okay? He got the economy booming and going because he knows the middle class is what makes that. Hello. Raise the middle class, you raise it all. Okay, and that's what he did. We all felt the effect. We all had money. We could start a business. We could buy a car, okay? It was great. Then we get, the old Weekend at Bernie's in there, okay? And then he destroys all that and dismantles it, and then you are feeling the hardship, okay? Everything you've just gained was taken away plus more, okay? So what happened? Everyone was wanting that back. That was so great. That was, giving all these deals in other countries, bringing jobs back. I mean, think about it. We were all rallying for this other person to come back into office. And that's what was voted for, okay? I didn't vote in that election because, I don't know, something told me not to. So basically, that's what it also had been recorded, is that everyone was going to want that person back in office and this and that. And they were going to reign for so many months, okay? And this is just an opinion. I did find it interesting that Trump had said, is it possible to run for a longer term or extend the term? And I'm like, oh, come on, man. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying there's a lot of deception in life, okay? I was a diehard Trump. Man, I'm telling you, I wrote him a letter. I was such a supporter, okay? I still am. He has a business-like mind. He understands how the economy works, okay? He's not trying to screw you. He wants to improve you so that you improve everything else, right? That's how it should be, okay? That's why I was always Republican. They want to improve you so you improve the economy. The Democrats are like, hey, we're going to literally break your knees so you have to rely on us for a wheelchair. Okay, that's how I see it. That's the difference of those parties, okay? But anyway, so it was really just that movie and then just seeing what happened. It's like, oh my gosh, don't let your guidance get disconnected from you, okay? And, some people are like, how do you even know if you have that or guidance or whatever? The easiest way, I can explain one aspect of it because I have several ways I get the information, but one way that's so evident is this. If you're watching a movie and you're sitting on the couch, you're watching that movie, your brain is following the, script of the movie, the theme, whatever. And all of a sudden, a thought pops up in your brain and it's like, hey, it's trash day. You need to take out the trash tonight, okay? That's how the information will come in. You're doing something and it just interrupts your field and it tells you that. Okay, that's how you know that you're getting something. Because you didn't think of that, it came into your field subconsciously. While you were thinking of this, it came in to tell you that. That's one way to maybe identify if you're getting messages, okay? If you do get messages, always use discernment, okay? And ask, was that a message from you? Okay, because sometimes I do that. I'm like, man, that's so out there. Can you just confirm that for me? And then that gives me confirmation, you are telling me that, So just maybe keep that in mind. Don't let the disconnect come between you and your guide, okay? Or the Most High, right? I have ancestors, a spirit team. You know what I mean? I don't know. I have a lot of people, okay? Because, I'm just saying, I'm on a journey of a one-man band here, okay? I've got a whole community against me. So, of course, my connection is very great, okay? They will not let me, they will not leave me abandoned. They are here. I mean, if I even ask something, it's like, you get the answer so quick, you can't even doubt it, okay? But just keep that in mind. Maybe watch that movie so you can see what I'm talking about. It's really sad, okay? If you're a child that grows up, let's just say from the movie, and you've been disconnected from your guide as a child, the guide will be the ones in charge. Okay, so they do it young in the movie. They're disconnecting you young. So, I don't know. When you just start looking at the Matrix as a whole, you know what I mean? It's not what I ever thought it was. It actually is. It's really scary because, where you thought you could put trust and stuff in leadership or whatever, like, you may just have like a little bit of a different perspective after you start seeing stuff in a more awakened manner. Okay? So, I love you guys. Just keep in mind the stuff that pops in your brain, right? What comes up, like I was describing. If you're watching a movie and a thought pops up, understand that, okay? It's trying to tell you something. You may be in the middle of something and that comes up. That's why I write stuff down, or I put it in my phone as a note, because I may not be able to do anything right that second. But later when I look it up, I'm like, oh yeah, I know why I got that. So don't disregard that stuff because it is telling you something, okay? Because you didn't bring that thought up that you need to take the trash out. Something just told you that, okay? While you were busy doing something else. Okay, so, and that's how it works. Sometimes you can, you'll get the message many a times if you don't take action, okay? So, I love you guys. Stay positive, and stay connected. Because the biggest achievement for those in charge is to disconnect, okay? Because if you don't have the connection, someone does, okay? And it wouldn't be you. They will take that from you. Don't let that happen. Do not let that happen. Because the light needs to overcome the darkness, right? And there wouldn't even be darkness if there wasn't light. Okay? So let's not let those grim people take over, man. The time has come for, the people to be awake. It's a shift, okay? It's a vibrational shift coming up. So I love you guys. Have a good day.